Hello guys, welcome back to another trading day. Okay, this is Astrofair Trading Limited, and we've got these two distinct setups on two different pairs. The first is on USD and the second is on USD So this one on USD we can see we're actually anticipating a sell, like price actually gave us sell opportunity in the sense that we had a last break of structure here and we had a change of character. And after the change of character, we say price enter into our order flow. That is the series of buy candlesticks before the change of character. That is what we refer to as order flow. And secondly, price broke a new structure to the downside and also returned back into the order flow right about here. And ever since then, we've been anticipating price to actually continue the down move. And secondly, on USD yes, on this one, we were actually expecting price to actually come back to mitigate our order flow again. And as we can see, we had uh, a massive liquidation here, which talks about markets grabbing buy side liquidity right here and eventually broke structure right about here. So after the break of structure, we're expecting price to come back to order flow here. And before that, we saw this internal structure, price declining gradually, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. So all the order flow right within that internal structure has been mitigated. So the only one left unmitigated is this last one that we can see here. And we expect price to come back to that level and start selling. So this will have given us a nice sell opportunity. And also before the pullback, we saw this trend line liquidity right about here, and we're expecting price to take off those liquidity and get into our order flow before we start selling. Of course, we want to start selling at a premium level, and so we want to see what really became of this price on the chart. So guys, we're going to hop to the chart right now to see what became of these two pairs. So I'll start with the second one, which is going to be our USDCHF. We can see how massively this has played out. Of course, we're expecting price to come back to that order flow before it starts dropping. And without much hesitation, we see what happened. That price came into that order flow, right? And immediately there was a massive move to the downside. So the trend line liquidity we talked about was here, although we're actually expecting the pullback right from here, but it gave us a new low before moving back to the upside. But the fact still remains that price came into our order flow and rejected from that point, and it was a massive peak to the downside, and that was about 194.6 pips to the downside. So that is that on USDCHF. Then on USD card, which was the first one I showed us, let's see what became of that too. So here is the chart of USD card. Okay, so here we expected price to actually mitigate our order flow, but we have two distinct order flow there, right? The one at the top and the one below. So although our stop loss was placed at the extreme high right here, but we entered a trade, we took a short right from here at the mitigation of the first order flow, but price went in to the second order flow. Then we head on to the trade until price really moved into our direction, risking just 0.3% of our account on this particular pair. And we see how massive that move was to the downside. Okay, so let's see how many pips did that give to us. Let's see the number of pips. So that gave us about 194.8 pips, almost the same thing with USD CHF. So this is a very simple setup, guys, and these are the kind of setup that traders should be watching out for. And also, don't forget that your risk management should also be in place when taking this kind of trade, or when taking any trade at all, which is very important. That's what makes you a trader. First, you must be willing to predetermine your risk, and also willing to accept the risk both monetarily and emotionally. So, guys, if you want this kind of setup, you want to always see this kind of setup, you can actually join our Telegram channel. Just click on the link in my bio. It will take you directly to our Telegram channel. And you can also always put your contribution to as a trader. Maybe you have API you want us to actually analyze. You can come. Let's analyze together. Let's talk about trading in general. Stay tuned, guys.